Good morning, everybody. This is John Millen with Benefit Hackers. Hey, I have some tips for you. Do you struggle every year as an HR manager or business owner or benefits professional that every year when you renew your benefits, it's on paper? So if that's you, continue listening. If not, you can still listen. I think you're going to get some good content. So I'm here in North Carolina. We have a group meeting this morning, and I've been thinking about this on the way down when I drove from Richmond. So paper, why do we use paper for benefit enrollments? I'm going to give you 5 things that I quickly just wrote out on why you don't want to use paper anymore for enrollments. What I mean by that is you have some kind of form that the health insurance, dental, vision, life, disability carriers give you, and you give your employees, right? And then they fill it out and they turn it in and you send it to somebody. I'm telling you, it's 2019. It's time to change. If that's you, I don't care if it's only 3 people in your company, we can help you. All right. So here's what I want you to do. These are 5 things, and tell me if I'm off here, but I'm pretty sure. So paper, why paper? Why not paper? Too many errors. When someone fills out a piece of paper, most of the time they're going to maybe forget something on that form. And then who finds out? You find out when you get it. You're like, oh, okay, you forgot the social of your child. Or you miss it, goes to the carrier, and right now they're jammed up. So what happens is you might have an issue getting coverage or scrambling at the last minute because it's missing data. That doesn't happen with an electronic platform because you can tell them exactly what you need before you submit. It's very simple. So errors is a big reason. Why would you want to incorporate errors into that? Number 2, paper is time consuming. I mean, who likes to shuffle paper and chase people down? Now, unless you like chasing children or herding cats, you may not want to chase employees for paperwork. It's ridiculous. You, as a professional HR manager, office manager, controller, owner of a company, don't you think you have better things to do with your time than chase people down for a piece of paper? I mean, what's your value worth? That's what I think about. We have 6 employees in my company. I don't use paper. I use a platform. I'm not chasing anybody down for benefits. I'm like, hey, here's the deadline. This is what's in the system. I'll help you. I'll educate you on the plans. We'll do some counseling, but it's up to you to make the election. Here's your deadline, right? And if you have any questions along the way, we're here for you. So using paper is time consuming. Makes no sense. So we don't want to do that. Most people that I talk to don't have a lot of extra time just laying around, right? Okay, 3. Is there an ulterior motive on why you're using paper? Now, this is going to get a little touchy. Some of you are going to turn this off as soon as I say it, but just hear me out for a second. I know this to be a fact because after 17 years in employee benefits, I've had hundreds of meetings, employee benefit meetings. I've had probably thousands of executive presentations. I don't know how, I've lost track, where people use paper and we ask them why. And this doesn't come out. They don't say this. Well, there's an ulterior motive, John, why you like to use paper. But really, it's Mary right here at the table. You see, Mary's been with us for 30 years, and this is a big part of her job every year. And she doesn't want to give it up. Now, I get how Mary would feel, and I know how I would feel if I was like, oh, crap, I'm going to be replaced. They don't need me anymore. And here's my message. Here's a couple things. Number 1, if your only value, and if you're the Mary and you're listening, or you have a Mary in your company and you're thinking this, and Mary's only value is to do the paperwork, you probably don't need Mary. I mean, really, is that the main role of the person? It's not. But people think that, they get scared. So here's my advice to business owners. If this is your, oh, Mary's going to be upset at me because she likes doing this, who owns the company? Number 1. Number 2, is there something else you can do? Like maybe help people in the process, not chase down paperwork. And if you're the Mary or Bob or whatever your name is, and this is your job, take a second and go, okay, is this really what I'm worth? Is this why I'm in this company, is to do paper? No. So don't use this as a crutch. Don't handicap every single employee in your company because you are afraid of losing that job. That's a touchy one. 4, paper is not secure. I mean, social security numbers, birth dates. I mean, in today's world, do you really want that stuff floating around and someone trying to keep track of it? Here's my favorite one. I've heard this from my county government, and it was a big one. Still use paper because they like to print out a hard copy and keep it in the file, the physical file. Like, are you insane? Do you know what it costs when there's a data breach? Like someone breaking in and stealing all of the health insurance applications with all of the data? Do you have any idea the millions of dollars that would cost you? Like, why would you do that when you can secure it online and you can still print paper from the system? You still have a record if you really need to print it, but don't store it in a file cabinet. That's just stupid. 5. Come on now, employees are not children. I hear this. This is another one that's like an emotional reason. It's not logic at all. Like, my employees, they can't handle this. You know, they don't have computers. Can you believe that I still hear people say that my employees don't have computers? Really? I'm actually talking into a computer. It's like this big and this thin, and it does more than my computer. Everyone has a phone. You can do all these things on a phone. Can you go to an internet website from your phone? Yes. Can you download a mobile app on your phone? Yes. People were downloading the Red Robin app to get 3 stars when they get their cheeseburger. So there's technology that helps. It's not the old days we have to sit physically in front of a desktop. Now, some systems are like that, not the ones we use. There's lots of systems, right? We use ones that are easy. So, hey, here's what I want to say. If you've been following my videos at all, you know my values, you know my intention, my integrity, my willingness to help people. You know I'm not salesy and pushy. If you're at a point where you want to change maybe how you enroll your benefits, I want to be that person. I want to help you with that. And I'm not going to, I think the biggest thing that people sometimes get afraid of is when they reach out, they're afraid that they're going to get pounced on. I promise you, I'm not going to pounce on you. There are certain clients in industries that are what we call our hero clients. These are the ones we really want to work with, that we add the most value. There are some that we don't add a lot of value and we don't want to work with. I know it sounds like a sales line, but at the beginning of this year, we realized as a company who we can really help and who we can't help. And we don't chase the people that we can't help. We say, you know what, this is not a good fit. We can't help you because we spend our energy, and not many companies do that. Like, who's your target? Anybody. No, our target is not anybody, but we don't know that until we have a conversation. I call it a 15-minute chat. Why? Because it's not a sales pitch. It's not a presentation. It's a phone call chat. It's a discussion. Why 15 minutes? Because it takes about 15 minutes for us to say, hey, tell us what caught your attention. Okay, the paper thing. Okay, great. Tell me more. What's going on? How many employees? How's that feel? What are you doing? And we have a discussion to see if we can help. Very different from what most people experience in the sales world, right? That first conversation is so the salesperson can sell you, and then you can't get rid of them. I will tell you right now, I don't do that, and none of my employees do that. Our job is to see if we can help you in that first discussion. So it takes all the pressure away from a person saying, let's just talk to them. What is the harm? So many people these days I'm finding that are like, we're fine, but they do paper. I'm like, you're not fine. You have no idea. Let's just have a quick discussion. So this is what you do. If you want to reach out to us, it's really simple. You can go to benefithackers.com. At the bottom is a little form there, name, email, little comment box. Fill it out. I get the email personally. You're not going to be sent to some autoresponder. I get an email saying, hey, you have an interest. What I do is I look at that and then I give it to one of my team members who will reach out to you personally by phone and email and say, hey, let's set up a time to talk. And that's it. It's 15 minutes. Or you can go to hackmybenefits.com. There's a little video on there about what we do, some examples of how we hack benefit plans, a little form, fill that out. I get the email as well. I get all the emails personally, and I look at them, and then I'll have someone from my office contact you. And if after that conversation, it makes sense for us to talk more, they get me involved, then we have a discussion, we see if we can help you. All right. So I hope this is valuable. I know, people talk about technology and there's lots of great content on technology, lots of great advisors talking about this. I want to just keep it simple. Like, this is what I found. And I wrote this down in 5 minutes this morning before my benefit meeting today. So hope this was valuable. Let us know, benefithackers.com. This is John Millen. Have a great day.